After a billion-dollar hailstorm hits an area, your focus should be on running your business, not on insurance claims. We have helped streamline the insurance process for hundreds of roofing contractors across the U.S., and we can do it for yours too. Visit us online at c3adjusters.com and learn how we can help you save time and get claims paid faster.
Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Lead meteorologist Sean Choquet here, not taking a day off for the holiday with our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast, sponsored by C3 Group and Merlin Law Group. As always, both of their pages are in the description below if you're watching us here on Facebook. So yesterday we did have some storms. They impacted the Denver area just a little bit. Most of that really big hail managed to stay just east of the Denver metro, and we actually had up to softball-sized hail in the Cheyenne, Wyoming area. That ended up being a 3-star map, along with activity scattered about between the East Coast and in Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Kansas, all over the place. So where does that leave us for today? We're going to get to that in just a second. I'm only going to cover today in today's forecast since it is a holiday. I had a little bit of a late start and didn't get too deep into the forecast, and I also know that our viewership might be a little limited today versus other days. If you need some help with the website, go ahead and give us a call. Probably won't have a training set up today since it is still a holiday, but we can get that set up for you as earliest as tomorrow. So make sure if you have issues with our website and our app and you're having a hard time getting around and figuring out all the new stuff, don't worry, we can help. We're here to help you out. We want you guys to be as efficient at using our tech for when those big storms hit you. So this is what we're looking at for today, a pretty big area. 2 areas that we're really focused in on though. First of which is here, you see that purple, up to 3-inch hail as possible. This is not going to be in Denver. This will be off to the north and to the east. I think we might see a couple tornadoes as well. Up to 3-inch hail, any supercells that form in far northeastern sections of Colorado and parts of Nebraska, like the North Platte area, or up by, I think, Scotts Bluff, and then a lot of sand hills. And but we do have 5% in Denver, as today has worn on through this morning. I was doing the forecast. It looks like we had quite a few models now showing storms forming in Denver. So this is that time of year. We started it yesterday, and now it's just probably going to be kind of a regular occurrence. If there's a system kind of nearby, there is always that chance that some storms may form as they roll off the mountains and move through the Denver metro. So today I have a 5% chance. I'm not as confident as I was yesterday with storms, and even then yesterday the majority of the big hail stayed just barely to the east. So again, 5%. Could see up to some golf ball size hail, maybe, but more likely quarter up to maybe ping pong ball size hail. And it's your typical Denver type storm where it's a lot of smaller hail, very high volumes, only exclusively hail falling with that bigger hail mixed in. Moving further south, we have a dry line that is in place all the way from Mexico up into Kansas. I think only 1, maybe 2 storms, and this entire area will form. Highest chances probably being East Amarillo, right by the Oklahoma border. That could also have very large hail with it, but again, the storm coverage is very low, so I only have 1% for any cities that are in here. In the off chance that that one storm that forms today ends up going towards one of the population centers in the Texas Panhandle and Oklahoma. So finally, moving further east, yes, I do have a 2% for Omaha and Kansas City. That's going to be very close to the end of the forecast period going into tomorrow morning. I think a squall line will be moving through the area. That's really going to minimize that chance for big hail. However, across Illinois and Indiana, this is where a lot of my focus has been even yesterday when I was looking at the forecast going in for today. We have what looks to be a warm front rising to the north towards Chicago. We have some leftover storms from last night currently rotating through, and it's leaving a very unstable air mass where it looks like we could see quite a few supercells form this evening after about 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and that could be anywhere from Davenport, showing a lot of coverage over the Chicago area. A little concerning since it is Memorial Day and there is that elevated chance for possibly strong tornadoes. Any storms that latch onto the warm front could have some big tornadoes with it, and that is starting to look kind of like towards the Chicago area, but also some big hail, up to 2-inch hail possible, maybe even larger if you can get a really crazy storm going, but generally closer to 2-inch hail. That's going to be anywhere in the orange area here in most of Illinois, and even into Indiana. I got that 5% for Indianapolis. I think places like Fort Bend and Fort Wayne, Gary, all that area is more likely to see big hail versus central and southern Indiana. So that's all going to be coming through this evening between about 5 and 9 p.m. for the Chicago area. Again, 2-inch hail is your maximum. I got 15% chance, and with that, if there is a storm, it's more than likely going to be a 3-star map, just because it'll most likely have larger than quarter-size hail and hit a very densely populated area. Chicago is one of the most densely populated cities in the country, so that makes it so storm hits there. It's kind of like when Dallas gets hit. It almost guarantees we may get at least a 3-star map with that. And then here's that future radar showing. This is the most recent run. Shows, again, a lot of activity here that moves through in the evening hours. A little concerning, again, for people who are just out and about in the Chicago area for the holiday weekend. You might want to just pay attention to the weather due to that tornado risk. But in terms of hail, do those hail dances. Hopefully we can get some big hail, maybe in those north and western suburbs of Chicago that I know a lot of people are hoping get hit with a big storm. And also that does continue into Indiana well into the evening hours. The end of the run here is actually about 3 o'clock in the morning, so you can see in Indiana those storms, I mean this is going at like 8, 9, 10 p.m. So it could possibly be another later evening for us here at the Hail Palace. And then we look a little further to the west, see storms forming. This one has it forming pretty much on top of Denver this afternoon and evening, and then continuing off to the east. A lot of these storms, again, a lot of these, especially in northeastern Colorado, has some pretty big hail with that. And these storms would be forming local time after 3 p.m., and that's mountain time, and then wild in the more rural areas of Nebraska. So that's all I got for you guys today. I don't have a forecast for tomorrow. However, it looks like things are going to be more likely in areas like Kansas City, down towards Oklahoma City, Wichita. Be watching that very carefully. I know there's some concerns. Things may turn into a squall line pretty quickly, but we'll get into the full details of that tomorrow. At the very least, the flooding concerns are very high, as Oklahoma is especially dealing with some real flooding problems, and the expected rain is only going to make that worse. Follow us here on Facebook, hit See First. If any big storms happen, say Denver, Chicago, or both, maybe at the same time, we will be going live with any kind of live coverage, whether it's here on the green screen or on my laptop. I do have my laptop back today, so I won't be trying to bootleg it a little bit. But regardless, we'll have live coverage of anything that does go on. So make sure you hit See First so you don't miss any of our coverage, any of our posts. Give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at hailtrace.com or visit us at our website at hailtrace.com. For any comments, questions, or concerns you may have, any inquiries you may have about Hailtrace, or if you just want to say hey. And finally, follow us on Instagram, where we do put posts of usually our storm chasing and things like that. Hope you have a great rest of your holiday. It is Memorial Day after all, the unofficial start of summer, but still very much spring. This is usually one of our busiest weekends for severe weather, climatologically speaking, and it seems like we are definitely adding to those numbers this weekend. Hope you have a great rest of your day. If I don't see you, do those hail dances. I might see you a little bit later for more storm coverage, and I probably should check to see if we had comments, because I realized the comment section wasn't showing up on my screen here. And for the most part, pretty quiet. Red, white, and blue. Yeah, I have blue and white. I didn't have any red to wear with my ensemble here today to represent Memorial Day. And Omaha tomorrow. Yes, Omaha is possible tomorrow. I'll have full details on that tomorrow. I know today is just a little bit of an abridged video. So I'll see you again. If you do those hail dances, and finger cross those fingers, and we'll be back a little bit later for some live coverage and a big storm. Maybe we can finally break that streak of only Texas and Colorado getting 5-star maps. And if not, I'll see you again tomorrow at 12 p.m. or wherever you watch us from. Have a great day, everybody.